Greetings, salutations, and all that jazz. I'm Tim Fredericks, owner of Fredericks Enterprises. Today I want to talk to you about your income potential. Question: do you know what your biggest asset is? I suspect most of you think it's the house or the car. You would be incorrect. Your actual biggest asset is your own ability to generate an income. So let's be honest, if you're not generating an income, life is going to get pretty tough, right? But the question that I have is, why do we take our biggest asset and put it in the hands and give control over to the people that know us the least and care about us even less? Right? That's called going to work, getting a job. Now, for a lot of us, we need to have the job because we need to have the income to support our family, support our lifestyle, all of those good things. But the job, we're trading time for dollars. And, for most of us, even though you might say, oh, my company loves me, no, that's the culture they've built, but you're in the end, you're a number to them. When I first started, I started my professional career in 1997. Day one on the job, I had landed my dream college job. Day one on the job, my boss pulled me into his office and told me to be careful who I introduced myself to because there was a round of layoffs announced right before Christmas, and not everybody had been notified due to the holiday schedules and vacation schedules. I couldn't even imagine that. And from that point forward, my first 7 years in my professional career, I survived 14 layoffs. Now, for you working mom and dads, surviving the layoff is almost as bad as getting laid off, because we all know what that means, right? If you've survived the layoff, that just means that the work gets redistributed amongst those that are left. You are left to do the work that, the people that were doing it are no longer there to do. But there's no pay raise, there's no extra benefits, there's nothing. It's just, this is what the company needs you to do. So from that point forward, I started looking for a way out. I tried multi-level marketing, had some success there, loved the process, but by the time we got done buying the product, spending for going to meetings and conferences, and buying more product, and buying books, and buying educational CDs at the time. At the end, we were actually putting more money into it than we were making, and unfortunately, we couldn't grow it fast enough to make it worthwhile. And at one point, my wife and I, we were each running one, and it just became a second job. It wasn't the way out we were hoping for. And then, like I said, I have an almost perfect record of surviving layoffs up until 2012 when I got laid off. And that changed my entire career path, career trajectory, the whole thing. And I took went from an engineering position into a 100% commission sales organization, and they told me my first year was going to be very rough. They just didn't tell me how rough. At the end of the first year, I took a 70% cut in pay. I don't know what that would do for you and your family, but for me, that was almost killer. It almost bankrupted us. And then I went and asked how I could, doing what I was doing, how I could make what I was making before I got laid off without being a regional manager, a district manager, any of those things, and there wasn't an answer. So, I did that for a while. I liked it, I enjoyed it, but it just, wasn't enough to sustain us in the way that we needed to be. So, back into the corporate world where I am still today. But here at the beginning of the year, a friend of mine shared a plan that is a way out. I'm ever grateful that she did, because I asked if it was multi-level marketing. No. I asked if it was commission-based. Yes, it's commission-based. But unlike everything else that I've ever done that was commission-based, where the best commission I could earn was 25%, this plan, this way out, is 100% commission-based. And she said there is a step-by-step blueprint that tells you exactly how much money you want to make. There's a step and a plan, written by a lady that managed to create the program, and using the exact steps, and she's sharing it with everybody that wants to listen. Now, if you had a step-by-step plan from a millionaire of how she actually did it, and you followed that plan, and it told you exactly, if you do this, you'll make this amount of money, you do this, you'll make this amount of money, would that be of value to you? If you could generate an extra $50, $100, $300, how about $600 a day? If you're interested, leave me a comment of me. Or if you're ready to get started, go to fredericksenterprises.com and put in your information, and we can get you started and get the blueprint to you so you can look it over and see if it's something for you. Until next time, I'll talk to you later.